Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. So in my previous tutorial we looked at editing this Star Wars unboxing video. So if you haven't watched that yet, so maybe you want to go back and watch that. It's quite an in-depth tutorial and we ended up with this. I exported the video and we ended up with this single file here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I normally create the final video to upload to my YouTube channel. So this will be a tutorial about basically how I create the video in Movie Edit Pro Plus, or how I edit it before I upload it to my own YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I'll do is load up the software. And we're going to select our settings. I'm going to leave them pretty much as default. I'm going to click Create Project. Then I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I want to save it we'll save the video right here for now. So let's save this. So in this folder I've got various assets. I've got the intro of my video, I've got this promotional clip that I show at the end, I've got a few slides in here, and I've got the main video clip, and I've got the background, the wallpaper that I used on the video clip when I created it. So these are all the assets that I need. So let's just open up this video and have a quick look. I'll mute it for now. Let's just mute this, and we can just see I went through all these different editing steps for editing this video. And one thing you'll note is that this is what I advise you do whether you're filming on Hi, welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial, sorry, let's mute that. So whether you're filming on your camera or you're screen capturing on your desktop computer, at the beginning of the video you should leave around 5 seconds of still frame and leave around 5 seconds of still frame at the end. There's a good reason to do that, and I'm going to explain that as we do the editing. But whenever you do screen captures or you're filming on your camera, try and leave a little gap at the beginning, just some still frames, just so that you can cut in and do some transitions. So we'll see that happening now today. So the first thing I'm going to do is drag and drop my logo. So whenever you watch any of my YouTube videos, you'll always see this logo here, right? This spinning logo. And at the bottom I normally have my logo here with my website address. So we can see that frame here is just a PNG file. So let's just open this and you'll see DCP London Web Designers and my website address. So let's drag and drop that onto the timeline as well. Right here. So we've got these two elements. Now I know that normally, well, this animated logo has some audio playing in it, so we'll quickly hear that. So that audio is pretty much burnt into this video clip, so we can just mute this. We don't want to hear the audio, we don't want to hear that audio. We're going to play a different audio track at the beginning. So to get rid of the audio, I'm going to click on this clip at the top, and then you'll see these two little options here. I'll try and zoom in a bit here. So there's one at the top here, and this is for like the brightness of the video clip, and the one below is for the audio. So I'm going to drag this audio all the way down to turn it off. So if we move across the timeline, this top one will basically make the picture fade, right? You can see it's very dark now. And the bottom one is to do with the audio. So I just want to mute it, so I'll simply click on it and then drag it all the way down. Now you won't hear any audio, because I'm going to put my own specific audio track at the beginning. Okay. So we can see here that the video clip above and then this DCP London Web Designers, this section at the bottom, they're not matching up. So we're just going to right click, hold down left click on the right hand side here, and drag it across so that they snap in position. Make sure the snapping tool is on here, and then that will allow you to quickly drag across and snap it. So these will play now. They will show exactly on the same path, you could say, the same timeline, same duration. Okay. Now after that plays, normally what I do is I put in a quick introduction as to what this video is about. So I need to do that now. So I'm going to go to effects, and then I'm going to go to template. Actually, we'll go to template, and we'll go to the title section here, and I want to go to movement basic, and we're going to have it zoom like this, like we did before in the last tutorial. So I'm just going to drag and drop that onto the timeline, and I'm going to make sure it sits right next to this one here. And then inside I need to edit the content. So I want to say in here, this is movie edit pro 2019 beginners tutorial, and this will be example 1. So this is the first example where we did that Star Wars lightsaber video edit. So really what we can do is continue this bottom section, right? Yeah, just like that. So if we give this a quick play, and my advice to you is always double check your spelling, because the last thing you want to do, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to export the video. I didn't show you that in the last tutorial, so in this one we're going to export the video, but always make sure you're spelling. Sometimes I've done like a whole video edit and then I've come back and looked at the title here and it's actually wrong, so I have to re-export it, and it can take some time to export video, especially long videos. So really double check your spelling, make sure it's all good. Sometimes it's just worth copying. So we just copy it, open up something like Microsoft Word, and just paste it into here, and just make sure it's good, and then you're okay. So we're good there. Right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to drag the main video clip. So this video clip, I want to drag it into the timeline. So I'm going to drag it right here. Let's move it up here. Now if you remember what I just said before, normally I leave around 3 or 4 second gap at the beginning of this video clip, just so that I can cut the video and then have a little bit of space for the transition. So let's see how that works. So if I click play, I don't expect to speak until around here somewhere. Hi and welcome to this DCP Word tutorial. Hi and welcome to this DCP. So this is exactly where I start speaking. So if we zoom in a little bit, really what I want to do is have some space to do a transition. So this is where I start speaking. So I'm going to move like 2 sections back to this point here. I'm going to click here, click on the video clip, cut it, and get rid of this beginning part. So I'll select it and hit the delete key. Then I'm going to drag this back. Let's zoom out a bit. And then I want these to transition over. So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in here a bit. If we move the, one thing to note is when you're zooming in and out, it's going to zoom wherever the timeline marker is. It doesn't matter if you want to zoom over here. If you want to zoom at this point over here, you have to move the timeline marker to there. Then when you zoom, it's zooming in at that point. So we want to zoom around here. So let's drag it in. Let's just move this out of the way. And what we want to do is have this overlap slightly. So something like this. So let's see how that works. Hi and welcome to this DCP. Okay, that's way too quick. So let's drag it in a bit more, something like this. Hi and welcome to. So as one fades out, the other one will fade in, and then I start speaking straight away. So that's kind of what I wanted, right? And then we can zoom out of this timeline. You can see this is like a pretty big clip. It's like 50 something seconds long. And normally during the video itself, normally I ask people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So we've got this one slide here where this is the beginning slide. And then we've got another slide here where it says, don't forget to subscribe for free access to 100 plus video tutorials. This is not quite correct. It's actually about 160 now, so I need to really update this slide. I will do that at some point, but for now we'll just use this. And I want that subscription thing to show straight after. So I'm going to drag the subscription to here. So what it will do is you will see the DCP web one here, and then as soon as it moves across, it's just going to switch straight to this one, like that. And then what we want to do is fade it out at the end. So we're going to click on this clip, this image here, and we're going to drag it across so that it will fade out to something like this. So now it will fade out, and then the video will continue. Just like that. That's perfect. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. And I've got this third slide. Now the third slide is just please hit that like button to say thanks, right? Just a little thank you for people to hit the like button on YouTube if they like the video. But normally what I do is I put this subscription, especially on long videos, I put the subscription a few times in. Most things in life, if you don't ask for something, you don't get it, right? So if you ask people a few times in the video to subscribe, then hopefully one of them, they'll read that message and they'll actually subscribe. And that's nice for me. That's good for me if people are subscribing to my YouTube channel. You don't have to, but you know, I've got a lot of videos up there and I want to share that knowledge. So people got to watch them. There's no point in making the videos otherwise. So we'll move across the timeline. And what I'm going to do is click on this second slide here, this one right here where my mouse is. Click on it and Control-C to copy. And wherever I move on the timeline, I can just press Control-V. So when I press Control-V, one thing that I need to be aware of is that this slide, let's just zoom in here a bit. So hold down the Control key and use the mouse wheel to zoom in. I just want to make sure this slide isn't overlapping anything that I'm talking about. Because if I'm pointing my mouse cursor down here at the bottom somewhere and then this slide is obscuring that, then it wouldn't make sense displaying it at this point. But it's not doing that. I'm talking about something up here. So it should be fine, right? So this should be fine. Now, I want the slide to fade in and fade out. So in this case, it's going to fade in. So I'm going to drag across here, you can see. So it will fade in and then fade out. And we can see that as I move across, it's going to fade in here and then fade out. So let's zoom out a bit more. And we'll select this slide here where my mouse is. We're going to copy that one, move across the timeline, and maybe to somewhere here. We'll ask them to subscribe again here. So it will show there. We'll keep going. And then we're at the end of the video clip. So I think maybe 3 times is enough, right? So one more here. So if we zoom out a bit, we can see we asked them to subscribe at the beginning. We've got 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So there's really 4 of them, but it's an hour long, this video. Normally if it's a short video, I'll only mention that once. So I'm going to scroll towards the end of the timeline. And remember I said at the beginning, at the end, I normally leave around 5 seconds. So if I click play, video clips. Okay. That's about it for this tutorial. And I look forward to seeing you on the next DCP web tutorial. So really what I'm trying to do is listen to the audio, and wherever I finish speaking, I want to mark the timeline here with the cursor, because I want to go a few frames in front and then cut it. So around here, I'm going to cut the video. Let's just get rid of that. In fact, we'll make it slightly longer, right? Around here. And this is all like just still frames, so we can get rid of this. We'll just play it one more time. Web tutorial. Okay. Now why did I do that? Remember I said I leave a gap at the end because I want to do a transition into another video clip. So here you can see I've got this like promotional video that I put there sometimes. Not on all my videos, but sometimes I put that there. So I'm just going to drag that onto the timeline here. And then I want to transition that. So I'm going to drag that into this timeline or into this clip. So I'm dragging it into the clip on the left. And then one will fade out and the other one will fade in. You see? Like that. And at the very end of the video, I want to ask people to please hit that like button. Thanks. And I've made it quite generic because the like button could be something on YouTube, or it could be something on Facebook, or you know, different social media. So I'm just asking people to like in general. And you know, you'll believe if you actually ask, sometimes people do click that like button. So normally I have that at the very end, and it's a bit too long. What is this? So if we right click and go to change photo length, it's at 7 seconds. We're going to set it at 5 seconds. Click OK, and we'll fade this. We'll fade it in and we'll fade it out. And let's just see how that works. Okay, that's about it for this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you on the next DCP web tutorial. And there we can see the transition, and let me just zoom out a little bit. Now, every single video tutorial I make, I always change my desktop background. So if you go, well, majority of them, so I started doing that quite a while ago. So I'm on desktop background number, we can see here, I've got it written here, number 57, right? So I've done 57 videos with 57 different desktop backgrounds, and you can see there's another new background here. I just kind of like changing the background on every video. So this is number 57, and if you see the beginning of the video, it's using that desktop background. So what I normally do is I go to the editor and I drag and drop the desktop background in here, and then that's what's going to show at the end of the video for around 20 seconds. And that's where I'll put my channel logo and a couple of other videos, so people can watch some other videos that I've done and also subscribe to my YouTube channel in the middle. So this actual graphic here, I'm going to right click and change photo length and set it to 20 seconds. Because YouTube wants, well, you don't have to do it at 20 seconds, but the maximum time at the end for a still image is around 20 seconds. And if you set it to 20 seconds, then you're not going to have any problems with overlaps and issues. So this part is kind of optional, really. Now what would be nice is the transition here and the transition at the end are the same. So we're going to try and match them up roughly so that this X here and this X here are roughly the same size, and you can see they're roughly the same size, which is perfect. So we're going to save this. We're going to go to templates and we're going to add a custom transition in here. So we'll go to shape effects and we'll use this one here. So we're going to click it, left click, and drag and drop it here. And then on the other one, we're going to click this one and drag and drop it at the end. And you'll see what happens here. We'll click play. And it will fade in from this side. And then it will go to the end of this clip and then fade across this way. So there's all these different fade effects. Look, there's loads of them, right? And these are just the shape ones. Then you've got other transition ones. You've got loads of different ones in here that you can go and experiment. The one thing to note, you can actually go to the store here and you can go and buy other transitions. And look, these are on sale at the moment, so they're like 50% off. So if you look at like something like, let's look at stripes, right? So we'll click on stripes, and if we click play, it will show us what they look like, these transitions. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 of them, and it costs like £1.74p. So I think that's, you know, if you want to get some nice transitions in there, then this is another way to get some new ones. So you can go to the store and purchase them. You can get audio from here as well. You can get loads of stuff from here. So you can go and buy some extra elements for your template section here. You can add more elements into here, if you choose to do so. So we're almost done now. This is pretty good. So we're going to zoom out a little bit and we'll go to the beginning. So to get to the beginning, we can just click jump to beginning of movie, and we'll save this work. And I think the last thing I want to do is just add some audio. So let me find an audio clip to put into this one. Definitely not that. So it's actually just a quick tip for you, right? So you can purchase audio from the store here. There's audio clips in here. There's some default ones. There's a couple of free ones in there as well. So feel free to buy some audio clips from here if you choose to do so. If you're on a bit more of a tighter budget, you can go to Google and type in YouTube free audio, and you can go to here and click on audio library YouTube, and then all of these clips in here you can use on your YouTube videos, and these are all for free as well. So let me just turn down the system audio and we'll try and find a clip from here. So you can go to mood and then you can look at all these different examples. So let's try something like the genres, right? Let's look at hip hop. Okay, we use this one, scratch the itch, right? So we'll click download. So it's going to download the audio clip here, and we will go to our folder. Let's just get it in the right one, this one here, and we'll just drag and drop that into the folder. So here we can see that audio clip is free to use. You won't get no copyright issues. Don't go and grab any old audio and stick it in your video, because you'll may get some copyright issues. Make sure that you're okay to use the audio clip, and then all we do is just drag and drop that into the timeline. So like before in the previous tutorial, we'll set it to minus. I'm going to set it to minus 20. Don't want it to play too loud, and then we shall go to the beginning and play. Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial, so normally at the beginning I always say hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial, and then I'll say in this tutorial we are going to do whatever it is. And that's exactly at this point here. In today's tutorial, so at this point I want to cut the audio and I want to fade it out. I'm going to fade it out. Normally I fade it out roughly around halfway of where this title was transitioning, about here, because by the time it gets all the way down to where I start speaking about the video clip, the audio is going to fade out. So we can experiment with that and test it. Let's just save this, press play. Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to be giving you a beginner's guide to using moving. Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to be giving you so that's perfect. Now we want to have the audio playing at the end, so we're going to scrub all the way to the end of the video clip, and normally I start the audio just before I'm going to say thank you and I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial. That's roughly around here. So I move my mouse cursor here and we'll go back to that audio clip here and we'll drag and drop it into here as well. And we'll also set that to minus 20, something like here. and we're going to fade that one in. So we can fade it in as well, right? We can fade out and fade in. Let's play it from here and see what happens. You on the next DCP web tutorial. And I look forward to seeing you on the next DCP web tutorial. Okay, that's good. Good timing. I'm going to click here at the end. I'm going to click on this audio clip. This one down here at the bottom. I'm going to cut it. So we've got two parts to the audio clip. I'm going to delete the end part, and then we're going to fade that one out. So that will start to fade out at the end. And that's it, we're done. So this will be another tutorial that I'll add to my YouTube channel. And the last thing I need to do is export the video. Right, it's all good having it on my computer, but this is not really an exported file. So we want to export the video and then upload that video to YouTube. That's how I do it. You may have some other choices. I think in this software you can upload it directly to YouTube and stuff, but I like to have the clip on my computer, get it in a nice good quality format, and then afterwards I'll drag and drop it into YouTube. And normally I drag and drop maybe 4 or 5 tutorials and just leave it uploading while I'm doing my work. So to export it, we're going to click this button here in the top right hand corner right here, and it's going to ask me, do you want to upload it to Vimeo, do you want to output it as a video, export it for a mobile device, or upload it to the internet somewhere. And we're going to click output as a video file, and then it's going to ask me what format we want it to be. MPEG-4. This is probably the best format for uploading to YouTube. And then we want to set it to HD quality 2, which is the same standard rate. So it's 1920 by 1080, so it's 1080p resolution. So we want it that file, HD quality 2 and MPEG-4. And then we're going to click save here. And then we're going to make sure we're in the right directory. So we'll go to tutorials, we'll click here, and we want to save the file here in this location. And normally what I do is I just call the file the name of the folder, because the folder already tells me what the tutorial is about. So it's Movie Edit Pro 2019 Beginner's Tutorial Example 1. That is what this video was about, what we just edited. So I'm going to click save. And then this will start to export. And normally what I do is just minimize this and leave it in the background, because this is like an hour long. It's probably going to take anything up to an hour to export this video. It's a very long video. Most of my videos are no more than like 5 or 10 minutes, but this one's quite an extensive tutorial. So that's how we're going to export the video. I'm just going to minimize this, and that's pretty much 2 examples of Movie Edit Pro, how I use that to edit 2 different types of video content. One was based on sort of visual camera work, and the other one was an example of how I edit it and upload it to my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, let's have a quick look here. We'll go to YouTube DCP Web Designers, and if we click on videos here, all of these videos that have been uploaded, some of them are still pending to go live. You can see, look, I've uploaded ones. Normally I drag and drop maybe 10 videos and then do them, cut them, edit them, maybe not 10, maybe like 4 or 5, and then I'll start to release them on YouTube as and when I need to, maybe one every couple of days, let's say. But all of these videos here pretty much have been edited on Movie Edit Pro. I did some other tutorials here, you can see, about Movie Edit Pro. These ones were more like finite, so they were very specific about certain sections in Movie Edit Pro. But this video tutorial is much longer, but it explains it probably in one long series video clip. Okay, so feel free to check out my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe and check out some of these videos. You'll see loads of stuff in here. It's just a knowledge dump really. It's just all of what I know. I just learned something. But you've even got like 3D animation stuff here as well with Blender. You've got loads of different things here, so feel free to have a look through here if you know, maybe you learn something new as well. Okay, that's the end of this video tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you on the next DCP web tutorial.